So, could you introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about Mae Bespoke?
Okay, my name is Mary-Anne Elkington. I'm actually originally from South Africa. In my teens, I used to, well, no, it actually goes back a bit more than that. When we used to have fetes at school, there was always like a gem store. So you had quartz and you had jade and you had all the different types of rocks and stuff, and crystals and stuff.
Yes.
And I used to love playing with them. They were cool and smooth, and to stick my hands in there, and I was very tactile as a kid. And then, as I've had my own children, the calling for doing stuff with my hands and design was I couldn't stop the voices in my head.
Yeah.
It was basically saying it's time. Now I'm finally on the Gold Coast, where I've actually, taken Mae Bespoke from an idea to a concept. I created Mae Bespoke because I enjoy in creating one piece of one thing. That's where the motivation, the passion comes from.
Yeah.
If I had to do the same thing 20, 30 times, it stops being a creative process and it gets boring. I've come to, really like the 18 and 24 karat gold filled. There's a different process that gold filled goes through as opposed to, say, gold plated or vermeil. Gold plated is just a thin layer of gold on top, whereas gold filled is bonded to the base metal. And it normally has to be between 3 to 5 microns. It's a thicker plating with thicker bonding process, and it's more durable. And that's the process. That's the reason why I use gold filled, is having pieces that are still good quality and last a bit longer than gold plated. I always start try to start on the table, but I land up on the on the jewelry studio floor with different creations, and then I have another idea and I go and put something there, and then I have another idea, and so pieces are created out of like this garden of creativity going on, and then so you'd find that there'd be like 5 or 6 pieces, and then they get completed slowly. And it's a challenge, and a lot of people think jewelry just comes together, but actually there are some steps in that process that come across, and it doesn't sit properly, or the perspective of where you put the certain stones doesn't balance on the piece correctly, and sometimes you'll do a knot too tight and the entire construction of what you've been doing for the last 3 hours like this goes boom. And that's what my jewelry represents. Each piece is a process, a slow process. It's not a sitting with a machine stamping up 10,000 pieces all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a creative, mindful, slow, passionate process. And there's a journey, and there's a joy, and there's a challenge, and there's a frustration, and it's like birthing something. It's, for example, one of a better word, being different means you're unique, and that you want to be your own authentic self. And when you wear a piece that's a one of a kind, you can't help but be unique.